Last trending topic of the week.
From just all of Twitter, just all of it. Nike is suing the art collective behind the Little Nas X Satan shoes that have sparked a social media backlash. In a lawsuit filed Monday, Nike accuses MSCHF Product Studio Inc., catchy, of trademark infringement over the designer's 666 pairs of modified Nike sneakers made in collaboration with the Old Town Road singer. All 666 pairs sold out Monday. Lil Nas X is not named as a party in the lawsuit. People like Governor Kristi Noem took to Twitter to say, "What good will it be for someone to gain the whole world, yet forfeit their soul?" Matthew 16:26. Having Lil Nas X respond with, "You're a whole governor, and you're here tweeting about some damn shoes. Do your job." Also, there were people who were offended that the rapper performed in front of children for years to promote Old Town Road, having him respond with, "I literally sing about lean and adultery in Old Town Road. You decide to let your child listen. Blame yourself."
Yeah. And I'm not gonna lie. I 100% agree with that part of it. I'm gonna.
Yeah.
How do the thing that when I haven't seen the video, and I mean
it's fun.
I'm not like a Lil Nas X like when Old Town Road and that other single that he did after that one came out. I went out and I listened to the song, and then I watched the video, and just like a lot of parents, I let my kids listen to it. Because I know they won't understand that cheated on my baby. You can go and ask. I know they wouldn't understand those part of it. So there's a lot of parents like me who would let their kids listen to it. But Lil Nas X is not wrong. Yeah. Like, he literally was rapping about adultery and cheating and doing and drinking and all this other stuff. And you guys, you parents out there who are outraged at this, but hip hop fans have done that for years. There's a catchy song. It's number one on the radio, this and that and the other. And no matter what the topic is about, you'll still let your kids listen to it, dance to it, and all this other stuff. So he was right to call you out on that.
Then you get mad that your kids.
But
he's never claimed he's here to parent your children.
That response about he's not, just like Cardi B did the same thing. I'm not your kid's role model. You are. Like,
and you know what? At the end of the day, like, I was watching that video, and I think it's super cool. It's super fun. There's some really interesting like imagery and stuff in there, and genuinely some like really kind of thought-provoking and cool stuff in some ways. And a lot of the like biblical imagery and stuff I think is genuinely interesting. But it's like, to me, like, things like that are like, WAP, it's like, yeah, and you know what? You piss off like 100 fundamentalist Christians who were not gonna like you even if you made a song about how much you love Jesus.
Yeah.
And in return, literally everybody else watches the video.
Yeah.
The people who watch it to be mad about it still watching your video. Like, I heard about this. I wanted to check it out. I listened to it. Because this backlash was happening. Maybe the lawsuit is not ideal, but I think invoking the type of imagery that gets people riled up, it makes people just want it more.
Well, I think Nike is suing whoever that creator. He promoted the creator of that shoe, but Nike is suing that guy.
That seems like it's outside of like something.
Yeah, Lil Nas X is like kind of, even though he was there promoting it, he was like, "Oh, I'm disassociating. Yeah. They're not suing me directly, so this is not going to affect him personally." Now, let me go a little bit deeper into what's really going on. What I kind of noticed. Okay, so in the hip hop community, one thing that has been said a lot, I mean, for decades, probably since the beginning of hip hop, a lot of hip hop artists and fans say and believe heavily that the artists who get a record deal and make it, like, become like famous in hip hop, they either they sold their soul to do it, or they've done something against their sexual status. Like if they're a hip hop artist and they come off as that they're straight, they're a male artist and they're straight, that means that they had to do something like gay to get a record deal. That's said a lot in the hip hop community. Like that guy got his record deal only because he did something, to get that deal. That you will be surprised how much that is said in the hip hop community. Now, I believed years ago that the day that an openly gay hip hop artist, eventually it was going to happen. Yeah. And it kind of happened a couple of times before LIL Nas X. I mean, like the way the society covers and talks about the LGBT community has changed in the past couple of years, very, very rapidly, faster than I expected it to happen. Like gay marriage got legalized a lot faster than I expected it to happen. Now, so for LIL Nas X to come out as openly gay in the hip hop community and still be accepted in the hip hop community, I was not surprised about that. But when I heard and I saw that he did this video, now there's one thing for the hip hop community to be willing to openly accept an LGBTQ community artist and not go lose their mind too much about it. It's another thing for them to accept that and like Satan and all this other stuff, because the black community and hip hop community, they are very superstitious, very, very religious in a lot of ways. So I could tell the second I saw this all popping off on Twitter, I knew that this was a perfect storm to that was gonna either, I don't know. This was gonna test what LIL Nas X is made of. Like, either he was going to fold under the pressure of the backlash, or he was going to rise above it. And I'm thinking that he's rising above it now.
Oh, yeah.
But at first, I did see a tweet by him recently that said, like, his anxieties were starting to kick up a little bit. Like, he didn't think that it was going to be this much of a backlash. Like, as I predicted it. I saw, like, they accepted that he was a member of the LGBT community. Now you combine that with the rap fans and the black community's superstitious background, and with combine that with religion. I was very curious on what was going to happen after that, because they can accept one, but to accept one and the other, I was very curious on how this is all going to unfold. But now I'm starting to feel like this is probably like a 2 or 3 day story, and it's probably going to die down.
Well, and like I said, I feel like, well, first of all, and this is not me saying you're wrong, this is me genuinely saying I didn't know. I didn't realize much of the backlash was within the hip hop community at all. I don't know why I was very much under the assumption that it was more like the fundamentalist Christian groups that were
yes, definitely there too. But I'm coming from I want to talk more about the hip hop community first.
No, and that's interesting.
But yes, the Christian community definitely. Oh Jesus, we got to talk about this on Fox News.
I feel like the majority of people. Well, it's like I said, it's like WIP. It's like the majority of people who you have turned off with this weren't your fans anyway.
Exactly.
Maybe there's some parents out there who were like, I let my kid listen to Old Town Road and now this, and I think he's owning up to it. I'm just like, you shouldn't have let your kid listen to Old Town Road. That's not my target audience anyway. It's like, yeah, I played for kids because it was like a huge hit that kids loved, but like,
and I'm gonna tell you all you parents out there who are getting on LIL Nas X about that, like as if he was supposed to be some kind of a fun, like, new rapper for your kids to enjoy because the hook was catchy. Look, LIL Nas X is an independent artist for hire, who was trying to promote his music for hire. Look what Old Town Road was first made famous for: the video game Red Dead Redemption. A cowboy video game where people get shot and killed. I mean, it was based on the cowboy era of of American history and everything like that. That's what that video game was based on. People died. I mean, people would get killed in that video game. That's not it's a rated R for mature audiences video game. That's what that song was used for originally. Now, because the hook was catchy and Disney type organizations wanted to have him perform it, that what's he supposed to say? No. He's an artist for hire.
He was very much like blowing up, but there was a phase of that career where it's like, look, I am gonna ride this gravy train.
Exactly.
You didn't know he was gonna have more hits after that.
What's he supposed to say? No. I'm gonna say no to this money because I don't want to confuse parents.
Wheelbarrow of money. I can't say that word.
I've seen him.
Hold on, give me like 5 minutes to work through the word wheelbarrow because apparently I can't do it.
He's performed that song at halftime shows on basketball games and things like that, wearing the hat and having girls dance and stuff like that. Hey, they're
paying.
Thank you
for this stack of money. I will take it and go now.
Exactly. Flavor Flav even was talked. I mean, I think it was the comedian Cat Williams was like, how are you gonna let like these what he said it was like these white folks, like these executives, like pay you to act stupid and act like this on TV like that and embarrass yourself and embarrass the community like that and for this little bit of money? He's like, and then he said that Cat Williams said that Flavor Flav educated him on something when he said, I don't give a damn what these folks think about me. They gotta pay me, boy. And it was like, holy shit, I just got schooled by Flavor Flav. Like
you're right. You're right.
Yeah.
Even
they paid him.
Even a broken giant clock necklace is right.
Exactly. They were paying Lil Nas X to do these halftime shows and go to these schools and perform in front of these kids. The song was still about cheating on your girl and drinking lean, and they still paid him. Mm-hmm. That's not on him. Okay, bottom line. So now he's just like Miley Cyrus that didn't want to be associated with Hannah Montana for the rest of her life, and Justin Timberlake with NSYNC for the rest of his life and stuff like that. Like these people grow up, and Lil Nas X is obviously ahead of the curve. He's like, look, I'm not gonna go to the next 5 years under this Old Town Road thinking that I'm one way kind of a character. I'm gonna let y'all know exactly where I'm coming from.
No, and honestly, when I heard the song, my first response was just like, this is a bop. Good for him. Like, could have been a bit of a one-hit wonder and seems to be breaking out of that.
Exactly. He's making his money. I feel sorry for the guy that's about to get sued by Nike for making those shoes because you should have been smarter than that. You should have known that Nike wasn't like when
no one's like, oh, Nike notoriously chill.
Yeah, look, dude, like Nike is they're mostly like they endorse sports or like they were quick. They were like, we endorse athletes mostly, not rappers. Not the devil. We endorse athletes. And so this in the second that people were like, I'm gonna boycott Nike. Nike went to action quick. Like, we are not associated with any of this and blah blah blah. And look, Lil Nas X was smart he endorsed it, but he also at the same time is disassociated from it. So it's like he's not mentioned in that lawsuit. So I feel sorry for that dude because it could have been Lil Nas X's idea and everything, and now he gets to throw that dude under the bus. So that guy, they sold every pair, all 666 pairs, but that guy is gonna have some legal issues.
Probably wishing he sold a bit more than 600 shoes.
He's gonna be like, "Oh, Lil Nas X, please save me." He's like, "I don't know you. I'm gonna take my horse to the Old Town Road.
On down.
I'm gonna ride till like I'm telling you.
Just gets that pull straight to hell." And
I do love the fact that Lil Nas X pushed back on all those people on Twitter.
Yeah,
and was like, look, I'm not here to raise your kids. That's your job. Yeah. And all you parents out there, you hip hop fans especially, like trying to say, you see, I told you to make it in the industry, you got to sell yourself. Like, give it up. I love the fact that there are atheists that are on Twitter talking about, why are you guys making such a big deal about this? Like, the devil does not exist. Like this, it's like all the back and forth and stuff is like, it's ridiculous. And it just, I don't know. People are gonna bring whatever issues that they have. They're gonna bring that to this argument. So it's But I think Lil Nas X will be fine after this.
Yeah.
Another thing. A lot of you people that are making those and sharing those memes about how in the 90s a person named Nas, like the rapper Nas, was a certain way, and now this generation's Nas is this way with Satan and all that. Lil Nas X tweeted about that as well. He said those people who are trying to compare him to, Nas, that rapper Nas, he said y'all are gonna be surprised that they did a song together. Stop with your memes and stuff. Do your research and stuff. We got a comment coming in from look, the live comments are working. We got a comment coming in from I can't even see.
Sorry, I should have worn a different color shirt.
Were you blocking the conversation? Let me see if I can see it. We got a comment coming in from what was it? From Peter Lane. It says, don't put human blood in your damn shoes. All that does is fuel conspiracies. And Eric Midgard says, who on earth can convince me Lil Nas didn't sell his soul? I mean, hey, you can look. I never bought into that whole. Let me tell you exactly what I feel.
Hold on, we are at an hour, Chris. You cannot go into your whole.
Here, real quick. Every rapper who complains that other rappers had to sell their souls to make it in the industry are just jealous that they didn't get a deal. That's just how I feel about it. And that's how I'll leave it. So other than that, guys,
I could sell my soul. I'd be so down to get some money for this bad boy. I'm not using it.
Like, I don't believe that they sold their soul. I think they just made it. And I think that people that didn't make it like to say things like, that other guy must have sold their soul to make it.
No one has offered me a chance at celebrity for my soul, but I would hella take it.
I mean, I forgot what movie it was. I think it was with Brandon Fraser, and I forgot the woman that was with the devil, where he was like, you can't sell something that isn't yours anyway. Your soul belongs to God. You can't sell it to the devil. It's not yours.
Or that episode of The Simpsons when Homer sells his soul for a donut, and then he didn't eat
the donut. He's like,
there's like one bit left, and then
so if I don't finish this donut, you don't.
But they
get
go to
my
court,
soul.
and he like wrote a letter to Marge on their wedding day saying like
he already gave his soul to Marge. He's like,
very cute.
But if I don't finish this donut, you don't get my soul, right? Well, technically, I'm smarter than the devil. I'm smarter than and that was awesome. God, let us know what you think about all this. Put it in the box below. We're going in overtime on all this stuff. So put it in the box. Let us know what you think about Lil Nas X. Are you a fan of the Old Town Road? Are you a fan of the direction he's going in now?
Is the devil real? Let's get weird.
Is the devil weird? Let's get weird. Put in the box below and let us know what you guys think.